The doctor's in, and today we are fresh into the new year, and he has some New Year's resolutions that are worth making and worth keeping, and tips that can help us do just that. So Dr. Scott Ackerman, one of the First Coast's leading oncologists, is joining us today to talk about the important issues that we need to keep on the top of our minds as we enter the new year. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Casey.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You look great today.
Well, bless your heart. Thank you so
2014?
much. 2014? Listen, I started off the new year with a shower, you know, so anything I can do to make it better. Thanks, Nick. All right, so let's get into these New Year's resolutions because, I mean, these are good things that we should try to adhere to all year long. And you being an oncologist, a very prominent doctor, these are things that you recommend. Starting with what?
A daily shower.
Thank you. Well, that's a good one. Write that down.
No, seriously. Put down the electronics.
Okay, all right. And so, yes, especially in the shower.
Right, in the shower. Well, actually, there's new electronics for the shower. You can listen to music.
I have seen those.
Through the Bluetooth. It's pretty neat stuff.
Yeah, they are.
But enough of the electronics. If the electronics are getting into our shower, we have a problem.
Right.
So put down the iPad, the iPhone, the TVs, the whatever the Galaxy, this and that. Studies have shown that spending too much time with electronics increases your risk for obesity. It makes it hard for you to fall asleep. It makes it harder for you to stay asleep. It makes so you can't focus well. People who are using electronics all the time experience higher levels of anxiety, higher levels of depression. Instead, take a breath.
Right. It's an addiction for some, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You can no longer sit in silence. People have to be doing things all the time, on the phone, reading articles, watching videos.
So instead, go outside, incorporate an evening walk, not with your iPhone. I see that all the time in my neighborhood. These people are going for a walk and they're texting and they're on their phone, they're talking. Don't do that. Go for a walk. Try to get some fresh air. Read a book before bed instead of a TV show. Yeah. Those sort of things.
I like it. Okay, nix the electronics. Next up, what do you think is important?
Sleep, one of my favorite things.
I like that too. I feel like I need some, especially today.
Get more sleep. The National Sleep Foundation recommends 7 to 9 hours per night for adults, and we spoke about sleep here before and how sleep is very important for your metabolism. Sleep is not a passive thing, it's an active thing. It improves your immune system, it improves your memory, it improves your mood, it helps your metabolism. Believe it or not, it helps you lose fat by sleeping better. So try to add a few minutes each night, maybe 15 minutes, until you have your goal, which should be 7 to 8 hours. I recommend to my patients 7 or 8 hours a night of sleep.
Yeah, you got to get
When you're younger, a little bit more.
A little bit more when you're younger. Okay,
Yep.
All right, noted. Another thing, you know, this is the time of year everybody says, I'm going on a diet. This is the year that I'm going to lose weight. But you're saying you should really be adding things to your diet, not necessarily subtracting things.
Exactly. I'm a contrarian. Okay. Forget not, say yes. So add things, don't subtract things. So what are you going to add? Not the brownies and not the cake.
Tempting.
It is. And New Year's Eve, I had a little bit too much of that. But now it's a new year. So add things that are healthy for you. Add servings of fruits. Add servings of vegetables to your daily diet. Add more water. Drink more water. We don't drink enough water. Getting more than 8 glasses of water a day is important. It keeps you healthy. Adding healthy things to your diet makes your diet more manageable. It's much more easy to add healthy things than it is to cut out the bad things that we've spoken about before, like cutting out the sugar or fats. If you add good things, it'll displace the bad things.
Yeah, we've seen the studies about multivitamins, whether they're good, whether they're not good, but the bottom line is you get great nutrition from eating all those fruits and vegetables. It's just, you got to make the effort to put them into your diet. You got to buy them and you got to use them before they go bad, which doesn't always happen in my house.
Right, absolutely. But a multivitamin is a good idea too. There's nothing wrong with a vitamin a day, but you don't need to go crazy with all these vitamins because you should be able to get enough in your fruits and vegetables in your foods.
Okay, and the last resolution, being an oncologist, what do you say for us?
Well, again, as an oncologist, schedule your cancer screenings. At the beginning of the year, it's good to get it laid out for the year ahead of you. If you're a woman, when's the last time you had a mammogram? My recommendation is you have it done annually at age 40, or maybe even at a younger age if you're at high risk. Men, when's the last time you had your prostate blood test, your PSA, the prostate-specific antigen? You should have it done annually, beginning at age 50, along with a digital rectal examination. When was the last time you had a colonoscopy? So we recommend colonoscopies for everyone beginning at age 50. If it's negative, then you don't need it except for every 10 years. And again, for all those things, prostate cancer, breast cancer, and colon cancer, If you are at high risk, meaning you have a strong family history of these malignancies, or maybe you're genetically predisposed to having these cancers, you may want you want to speak with your physician and start having these screening tests done at a younger age.
Yeah, it's important to be in charge of your health and know where you stand. And last but not least, how many times do we make these resolutions this time of year and we're like, I'm going to do it, but we don't always do it? Do you have any tips to help us make sure that we try to adhere to what we say we're going to do early on?
So I say start small and be specific. I saw a lady yesterday in my office, and I saw her last time was a year ago. Yeah. And she said, Dr. Ackerman, I want you to know that a year from now, I'm going to be 50 pounds lighter. Well, that was specific, yes, but it wasn't small. Right. She actually lost 18 pounds in the year. So, you know, God bless her, good for her. But start small and be specific. Don't say, I want to lose weight. Say, I want to lose 1 pound per week. Something manageable, something you can do. That way you can stick to your resolution. Tell your resolution to others, because they'll hold you accountable. You'll feel more guilty. You'll feel more accountable if others know what your resolution is, and your friends can encourage you to stick with your resolution.
Yeah, that accountability is huge. If you just tell yourself, oh, I'm going to do this, I'll get around to it. You need somebody to be like, hey, have you done this yet? You need someone to kick your, you know what. Thank you, Dr. Ackerman,
thank you,
as always, for being here. We appreciate it, and for sponsoring this segment. And if you have any questions regarding today's topic or any other health questions that you might have, you can connect with Dr. Ackerman on Facebook by visiting his Facebook page, which is facebook.com/First Coast Oncology.